Hi everyone. So I'll just set up my camera positions and join you quickly. Hi everyone. So we'll be starting a live session right now, live tutorial for you guys. I'll just wait out for few minutes and let everybody join. I hope you guys can hear me well. So just give me a thumbs up if my audio is very clear to you. Yes, thanks. Thank you. Good that you can hear me. Just give me a few minutes. I'll wait for a few more people to join. I'm super excited. Hope you guys had a very good Sunday morning, and I'm just about to make it better for all you art enthusiasts. And I'll be shifting the camera angle soon for my drawing board where I'm about to show you guys what I do with Nara Black and with Nara inks. So just few minutes, hang in there, wait till the end because I'd like to show you some really cool techniques on Nara Black paper today specifically. So hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. I'm going to be saving this as well and it will be available to you post the live tutorial on IGTV of Nara papers. So feel free to review it and check it out again later when you start out with your own Nara Black experience, when you get your inks and get your paper too. So just a little bit of introduction about me. Well, I'm Ami. Already, yes, you all know about it through the post what Nara has posted on my behalf. I have an art page, Art by Ami, and you can check that out later. So I have been working with Nara paper and Nara inks for almost, Nara paper specifically for almost 1.5 years, and I've had a good experience, great experience when I use them. So I just wanted to highlight in today's session the usability of Nara papers and now their recently launched inks which are so compatible with their black papers specifically. So let's, I'll turn over my camera. There are quite a few people already joined. I'm so happy. So I'll just turn over my camera and show you guys. Just a second. Let me see if this angle is fine for you. I will be taking some questions towards the end of the session. So hopefully if you have anything right now also, you can just put it in the comment below and let me see is that all right? Okay. Yeah. Is that better? Just give me a thumbs up if you guys can see my drawing page today. I'm just trying to adjust the whole paper. So guys, just bear with me. This is my first live tutorial and on Instagram. So if I have a little bit of adjustments along, so I have few thumbs ups already, so I'm about to start. Thank you all so much for joining. Thank you Nara Papers for inviting me today to speak about your Nara Black papers and your Nara inks. So hope you guys enjoy. Stick to till the end, or else if you have to leave, then you can watch it on IGTV. We will be saving it. So a lot of alcohol ink enthusiasts have been working with white paper and with inks. Obviously the white papers is more suited. You get beautiful results, but I differ to agree on that, because I am super excited always when I come to Nara Black. They have this paper with them for almost 1.5–2 years, and I have been exploring and experimenting with Nara Black a lot. This particular paper today in front of us is a synthetic paper, which is 350 microns. It's very easily available on their website in 2 different shapes at the moment. Rectangular, 3 different shapes: rectangular, square and circle. So you definitely have a lot of options in sizes when it comes to Nara papers. Recently they had a whole month of 30 sizes, trying to make us aware of the different sizes that are with them. So head over and check out their sizes as well for Nara papers in black and white options. And they were so happy to announce just over a month ago they have introduced their very own inks. So we have these alcohol inks today by Nara Papers, over almost 34 shades in total, which includes the metallics as well as the most important white shade for the black paper today, definitely. So as some of you guys may know that with alcohol inks, they are dye based and they are translucent. So when you actually drop them on paper, they might not be so easily visible and they will kind of hide away. So for that purpose, we do need a white ink, which is the most precious when it comes to working with black paper. And luckily for us, we don't have to look too far. We have the whole package. We have the black paper from them. We have the different shades, 31 exciting shades of inks from them. And now we have the white ink as well, which we can work with on their black paper. Now, some of you guys have probably seen or may have tried metallics with black paper. Definitely it's one of, you can say, the easy ways to go about with it when you want the color to show when you want. But I think let's not limit ourselves to only metallics with black papers. It will not be fair to the beautiful black paper in front of us. So today I want to demonstrate to you a very simple and basic technique, which you could try it out when you get your hands on these Nara black papers. So I want to show you a very nice abstract theme today, and I have done a little bit of prep on this beforehand. Of course, the papers are ready to use, you don't have to do anything. But what I have done today to create my abstract is I have just done some 4 stripes of sellotape or a scotch tape. So this is how that sellotape looks. It's a very basic transparent sellotape, the plastic kinds, which you use for your gift wrapping purposes. I have just made some random stripes. Now I have done this only to mask that black area which is underneath, so that when I lay over my inks and I come around later on, when I remove these sellotapes, I'm sure you'll appreciate what effect it brings to life. So let's start, let's enjoy this tutorial. Do feel free to drop in any questions during this session, and afterwards, last 10 minutes, I will be going over and I'll try to answer all of your questions as well for me. Hope you guys can see everything. It's very clear to you. Should I adjust any camera angles? Can you give me a thumbs up, anyone, if you are with me? If I need to adjust any camera angles. I think this looks fine so far to me. Alright, fine. Thank you so much. Thanks, Harshi, for that thumbs up. Anushri, you're saying that it's not so visible. Okay. Alright. So is that alright now, Anushri? Yeah, specifically. Okay, I've got a few thumbs ups now. So I'm going to start. Of course, there's a basic things that you require for any alcohol inks project. You require your isopropyl alcohol. I, for purposes, use isopropyl. You can use blending solution as well. So it's either or like that. And I just came across, even for Nara, they are coming up with their own isopropyl and blending. So I can't wait for that. So for now, what I have, I will be using. Plus, I have a few shades of Nara inks in front of me today. So they have given some really cool names. I really love the 2-worded names. They have Pastel Evening, Mermaid's Dress, Satin Sea, and then they have Dusty Pink, And also one of the shades that I really like is, I think there's a yellow, a turmeric silk yellow. So let me get that as well. So let me just grab on to all those colors that I want to show you and demonstrate. Alright, so let me start off. So when I work with white ink, because if you see the difference between the regular inks and the white inks, when you have the bottle in front of them, the regular inks are translucent and they are completely dye based, so they will look like a full color. But when it comes to white, you will see there is a slight separation between the white at the bottom and then there is the plain alcohol part. So you need to mix it, just like your metallics. You need to give it a stir every time you use it. So whenever you're about to use white, just keep it mixed and ready. Now, good thing about alcohol inks is you can keep a few bottles uncapped and they are not going to evaporate that fast. So I'll just keep all of the colors that I want ready around me. Hi you guys, hi, thanks for joining. So alright, so I think I have most of the colors that I really love. I have some blues, some shades of pinks, a yellow, and yeah, that's about it, and some purples also. So when it comes to white inks, like I was telling, it's much easy. It's like similar to what you would do on the white paper, so there is not much different. Pardon me about that white little spot that is there. Didn't mean to put it there, but now you can see how the white looks. So yeah, I'm going to start off from the left side and move towards the right side of the page. So for me, I kind of work in a few layers. When I start off with alcohol inks, I just pour in some amount of isopropyl on top, and then I go ahead with dropping 1 or 2 drops of ink first, and as I drop the inks, just soon after I will drop some white as well in that, you know, ink drop, and again use a little bit more ink, and then again use a little bit of isopropyl. So what happens is, because white is kind of dense, it's going to stick to the paper, but if you have enough alcohol and if you have enough ink, it will move around, and that way it may not stick so easily to the paper. So you can see definitely fluid medium is a messy medium, so just enjoy when you do it. Don't worry, just you know, cover your table and everything properly. And this is how you can see that the white is kind of showing through and the color of the ink is now visible at the end. So when you are using pink, it's translucent. Just going to use a little bit of you know, drying tool here, hair dryer, a basic hair dryer, and kind of just going over it. And now you can see that the pink that I use, which is the ballerina pink, it's actually quite a darker shade of pink, but as soon as I added the white, it has become quite neon and bright and much more visible now on the black paper. So just going to dry a few areas and move forward and work in other areas also. So this is one of the pink patches now I have created. Going over again with the same kind of a technique, now introducing a different color here. This time I'll go for a pastel evening. Again, let all the colors mix and go wherever they want to go. Do not, you know, it's a fun medium to work with, the alcohol inks, so do not be too controlling about it. Just enjoy the process. So this is how I like to work. I just pick up the sheet and kind of just drag all the colors everywhere, so it gets a chance to blend with each other and creating few different shades while they are, you know, mixing. So now the pastel evening is showing through, and with the pink it has made a nice lilac kind of a lavender shade. And And again, quickly just drying it up all over. Definitely see, when it comes to inks, when it comes to using different colors or different papers, one can develop their own style if you do not resist yourself or restrict yourself to just white paper. I think this is the one thing that, and how an artist can grow, is to challenge yourself and try different things, try different substrates, especially when it comes to papers and the different colors of papers. So go ahead and try this out, and it's so as easy and as simple as using white paper. The only added step is going to be using white inks along as you go, just so that your ink color is showing through. Hope you guys are enjoying so far. I hope I'm audible and everything is quite beautifully visible to you, because I am completely enjoying. This was the best way to start my Sunday here, and of course with you guys witnessing as I go. So I will zoom into it as I am about to finish. Right now I'll just go around playing with these colors and inks. So I've added like few shades, and they are quite different now from what the bottle actually has, you know, the color. They were translucent, but now it is kind of very opaque and white, whiter shade, a lighter shade of those same inks. Let me see, now go around using blue. Just going to use a lot of isopropyl. So the best way is to create kind of a separation when you add your white ink, so that, you know, it floats more easily. It kind of has that, you know, way to just move around easily rather than getting stuck to the paper. And that way you can see that it separates and, you know, just doesn't get stuck on the paper on one side. So you can see the movement that there is. I'm sorry that you can see it well. So as soon as you put more and more of plain alcohol, it's going to only separate. At any time, if you feel that, oh, it's not, you know, it's kind of getting in one zone and it's not moving around, feel free to just nudge it a little bit, just move it a little bit, or you could use a paintbrush for the same. I have gloved hands at the moment, so I can, you know, just kind of get messy a little bit with this. And now you can see how much it moves around, just giving it a little bit of nudge, and it's able to just spread itself along with the ink and creating this nice, very beautiful blue shade, a sky blue shade. Yes, move the paper please. Yes, I'm moving. Is that visible now at lush.co? Just let me know. Sorry, get carried away because I'm just moving this around a little bit, you know, to my ease. Okay. So going over again, the same color. I love the blue, the effect that it has on this black paper. So just keeping the same now. Yes, so I think there are some already nice comments. Says loving the choice of inks. Yes, the inks are from Nara. They have such beautiful shades. Honestly, like, we were limited to the shades that were available here so easily in India, but Nara has sorted that out very easily for us. They have introduced so many shades, and shades which were not so easily available and not so, you know, thought of. So they have quite unusual but very, very pleasant pastel shades, and they have bright shades as well, and they have some nice English colors as well. So you have nice neutrals, and definitely you must, if you haven't yet, you must check it out on your Nara page as well when you go. So just trying. a little bit more with the blue. So it depends how much white ink you want to add. If you want to go lighter, definitely you could add a little bit more white ink. But I think when it comes to inks, always start out with a little bit less first, and you can add as you go. A few drops of white also will lighten up the shade quite a lot. So it's all up to one's personal choice and liking. For this one, I want to keep it a little hint of dark areas and dark zones and light zones. So that's what I'm going for, just trying to keep it a little mystical. So this is like a beautiful blue shade that I've come up with. One more shade that I'm absolutely in love with is actually not one, but the two shades that I'm absolutely in love with is the turmeric silk that they have and the orange swirl. So I absolutely love the names that they have given. I used brinjal date, sorry about that pronunciation, pastel evening, satin sea so far, and ballerina pink. And lastly, I want to use this really nice, now definitely that little white spot I'm not liking, so I'll just go over and wipe it off. So this is one thing that you can now see and witness, that when you have made a mistake, just go over it and they are completely non-staining. So that's one of the best qualities of these Nara papers. They are synthetic, they are non-staining, so definitely you are not able to see the white dot anymore. It has not left any stain. So one of the things that we artists really love is that if you can kind of rectify the mistake as you go along, so that you don't get disappointed with your artwork if you've made a mistake. So I have again covered all of this area with isopropyl and going to go around with this orange swirl. It gives a really nice sunset yellow look, and just going over it with isopropyl all over and coming around with my hair dryer, giving it a nice blast of air from all directions. I think this is like one of the very interesting mediums when you want to just unwind and when you just want to have fun and create some really cool abstracts and just relax and let it kind of do its own thing. Now if there is, like I said, if there is an area where you feel that the ink has kind of smudged or just stayed in one place, just go around and just give it a nice wriggle with your fingers or with your paintbrush. So don't you love this yellow? I mean, it's orange, I know, but of course when you bring in white, it's kind of becoming yellow now. So there is definitely changes in colors when you start using white, which is like the thumb rule, when we paint, that anything you add white to, it is going to become lighter. If you feel that you want to figure out your shades, I think you should use black paper and try to create these swatches with your inks and the white, so that when you start off with your actual work, you know exactly what you want. So this looks good for now, I think. Yeah, I hope you guys can see it. So it's created a very nice dramatic look all over. It's still not done. I want to add some more details to this just to create a little bit more depth or effect. So let me just go around drying the entire sheet first. Thank you guys, thank you for all the emojis with all the love, and I'm glad that you guys are enjoying and liking this. Hope you guys can see it. I'm about to do some extra things to this just to jazz it up, you can say. So just coming around with a little bit of paintbrush and little isopropyl alcohol, giving it a little flick around it, and let's see what that brings us to. Thank you, Doodlebuzz. Thank you for that comment. Yes, so you are able to appreciate that even though it is white ink, even though it is dense, And even though the inks and the white inks are two different kind of inks which got mixed, but you can see that they have blended. Here where I used three inks, definitely there is one purple, the pink, and there was pastel evening, but they have mixed up really well. In fact, they have mixed together also and given a nice shade. And here as well, where there is blue and then there is a shade of yellow, they have mixed up and they have given a nice green kind of a look. I'll take a better picture later after the session and I will upload it on my page also for you guys to have a nice close-up look. Honestly, when you work in camera, I think live and everything, it may not do enough justice to what the inks actually look. In front of me, it's looking super amazing. So I'll just go ahead, do one last thing. I'll just dry it up, and I want to reveal what I did with the sellotape and why I did so. So I wanted to kind of just mask that black area of the paper to highlight some lines. So this is what I'm doing. I'm just removing that sellotape which I had pasted just before the session. It's a plain sellotape, transparent sellotape that you get it ordinarily at any stationery, and just going over and removing these things. And one last thing I want to do with the white ink, so stick around to see that as well. Yep, let me just tuck that out. Okay. Yeah, gloves don't make that sellotape thing easy, so give me a second. Okay, I don't need to struggle so much with that side, so yeah. Okay, yeah, I could do that on the other side as well. So I've just left a little extra sellotape on each end so that I can pull on those tags after I'm done, so that the struggle is less. So this is what I have created so far. And one last thing I want to do is I want to add some more white ink. Now white ink is going to kind of again start to separate, so each time probably when you use it, just gently stir it. Also they have given a metal ball inside which helps to stir the particles very easily. And I'm just going to give some nice white stars all over this, just for some cute effects. That's it. You can do it your way. This is one of the fun ways that I do. And if there's anything that you want to highlight even more, you can just go around. And I'm adding some small dots also. And when it dries up, it's not that prominently white, which I like, because that makes it a little more distant look. It gives a different depth to it. So just going over some areas where I want to add these nice bigger stars. So yeah, I think by now you must have guessed that I was trying to go for like a galaxy look. Yes, you can use metallics. Of course, you can use metallics also on the black paper. They are, you can say, one of the very good options to use it on black, because that way they shine and they are quite contrasting, so they come through really well. This is what I have been able to create so far, and hope you guys are liked this. I call it fourth dimension. Now the name I have just thought of it because I think Nara has opened up this whole new zone, a whole new space in this art world, where we are going to just experience something very different. And with these Nara black papers and these Nara inks along with the Nara white ink, it's like a whole new world of possibilities. So this is what I have thought of, fourth dimension, guys, for you. I hope you loved this very easy basic tutorial, and I'll just turn around. I'll just give you a close-up before. Yes, I will show you a close-up too. Let me see if this works. So I'll just slowly move around it, and you guys can appreciate how the colors are looking. Each color has kind of added so much character and depth. And just slowly turning it around, and yeah. So like I said, I mean, of course, because it's a live session, maybe you will be able to see and appreciate the colors better in photographs, but definitely I will put up a picture. I'll see if Nara also is able to put up a photograph of what we've created today. That video will be saved for IGTV as well. So I'll take over these questions. I'm seeing them already as I can. So yeah, which products did you use, please? So yes, I have used Nara black paper. It's 350 microns, available on their website in circle, square and rectangular shapes. And the website is on their in their bio as well, the link to the website. It's narasyntheticpaper.com. So go ahead and check that out. It's very easily available for people for all of us in India, as well as for everybody outside of India. Yeah, sorry about that. It's going to cause a mirror image, so that was Nara black tag for you. Yeah, so it's also available globally. They are shipping all the papers. Currently all the inks are available for us in India very easily. They have 31 shades of inks, and they have 3 shades, 2 metallics and 1 white. So they have like total of 34 shades. They have a beautiful palette of colors. We artists are always hungry for more color options, and we really love if we have a wide variety of colors to play with. So that's what they have done. They have introduced so much. Yeah, so there's another question, which tape did I use? So it was a regular cello tape, guys. There's nothing too fancy. Very inexpensive option that were used. So this is the tape that I use, a transparent cello tape, 1 centimeter width. Yes, we will share the products, the list of products. When I upload the painting today, I'll also share the colors that I have used, the names of the colors, so that you can go ahead and order these same shades or something that you would like. Another question, can we put varnish after drying? Of course, we have to varnish and protect the artwork that we produce. So yes, we have to varnish it after we are done. Please repeat the website of Nara. It's narasyntheticpaper.com. It will be available as a link in their bio as well, in Nara Insta handle, which you are on right now. I'll be saving up the IGTV. Yes, I have used a basic hair dryer for this at low speed. With overuse, it has added to my advantage. It has become old and it has become slow. So I think that's what does the trick. And what is the brush you used? Did I use a brush? Oh yes, I did use a brush. That is a regular paint brush, guys. I've kept a separate one for my alcohol ink works. Do not mix it with any other mediums. Just keep one separately. After you are done, clean it and again leave it for your yeah. What is the ink process? Well, the ink process was just demonstrated to you, so you could have a look again at your pace when we upload it on IGTV. Yes, well, yes, this is a little different question. Can we use clear resin to cover such art? Yes, using resin also can help with alcohol inks. Just make sure that I mean, there's a little different process and steps which will not be covered right now for the tutorial. So feel free to approach Nara or me later after the workshop, after the tutorial. Sorry. Can you show your work where you have metallic ink on Mars Black? Yes, I can show you some works, but at the moment I think you can head over to Nara Papers. They have some of my uploads where I have used metallics. Recently I had posted one last month, so I have used metallics and created a solar eclipse kind of a look. So just head over and check out their page. Further down my post will be there. Yes, a lot of questions about varnish, guys. So yes, I will probably update you guys about varnish soon. Is it black Yupo paper available? No, we are using black synthetic paper, guys. So this is what it is. Any more questions regarding the black paper specifically and the inks today that were used? Then I'll be happy to help. If there's anything, anyone's questions that I have missed, feel free to DM me for the same. I will answer or leave. Yeah, my handle is @art_by_. Ami underscore. So that's a little, you will find it on Nara Papers. Yesterday they had tagged me with this live session tutorial post, so find me there. What was the clear liquid? The clear liquid is isopropyl alcohol, guys. If you are very new to inks, definitely you'll have to do a little bit more of research, but I used isopropyl alcohol. So isopropyl alcohol with Nara inks, with Nara white, and that was it that I used on the Nara black paper. Is synthetic paper thicker than Yupo paper? So we are talking about synthetic paper. There are different microns available and they are slightly thicker, yes, if you go for a better micron. So this one being 350 microns is quite thick, and yep, you can go ahead and check out the sizes and microns that are available for Nara paper, especially for white and the black option. And the different shapes that are available. They do have rolls also in white, so go ahead and check that out. Hope you guys enjoyed this session. This was it from my end. I think I have taken up most of the questions. You can, just DM me or leave a comment if we have not answered, and we'll try to answer those questions as well. Thanks a lot for joining. Thank you everyone, and I will be sending a close-up picture to you soon with this. So I'm happy that you guys could take out a few minutes of your time today on Sunday, and you could enjoy this along with me. This was my first tutorial live like that on Instagram live. So apologies to anything if you guys didn't get proper camera angles. I try to work at my best right now. So let me know your thoughts, and hopefully I think you should not resist or restrict yourself rather to just white paper and inks. There's a whole new world of opportunities, a whole new world that you that you can explore with these Nara black papers and Nara inks. So thank you so much. Thanks a lot. I'll just end the session with a little bit of my face so that I can have a proper look at you guys. Yeah, thanks a lot for joining. I will be saving up the video. Hopefully you guys liked everything that I did today. It was a very basic technique just to demonstrate how Nara black paper is so friendly with the Nara inks that they have, and the white ink also makes it so much more interesting and easier to work with Nara black. So metallics is definitely a very good option. But I think give it a little bit more, just try it a little bit more. Don't resist, and I'm sure you will not be disappointed, because when I got introduced to Nara black papers and the white ink from them, I have almost created 10 pieces just this month because of the white ink coming in. So feel free, enjoy. Learn, create, enjoy is what I say all the times at the end of my session. So hopefully you guys have a pleasant Sunday ahead of you, and you guys explore Nara website and check their products out. And this was me giving you an insight about their products, and feedback from me, and the live tutorial says it all. So thanks a lot for joining. I'll be ending the session. Anyone has any more questions, I'll stick around for a few more minutes and I will answer. A lot of you guys have told me about the varnish. Yes, I will put up, or I will DM you what the varnish is. And yes, thank you Neha, as usual. Thank you so much for that comment. And thanks Chaya. So yep, this is a normal hair dryer, nothing too fancy. It's a very low budget hair dryer, so you can go for something which is less than 1000 watts. And like I said, overuse has made my hair dryer very slow, and it has kind of added to the advantage when I work with inks. So do try out different hair dryers is what I say. But one thing is for sure, that it is not just hair dryer dependent, guys. So when you work with inks, let them do their magic, let them flow around, and I'm sure like you will understand it better. And hair dryer is just an accessory to your alcohol ink works. It's not that you have to be dependent on your hair dryer. I have a lot of techniques that I don't even use hair dryer. So just explore more is what I would say. All right, so thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for joining once again, and thanks a lot Nara for giving me this opportunity to make my Sunday even more pleasant. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'd like to take leave now. If anyone has any more questions, feel free to drop it on our comment section, and Nara Papers or myself will try to answer them at the earliest. or you can DM me. So once again, Nara website has all the details about their products, narasyntheticpaper.com, and go explore, learn, create, enjoy. Alright, thank you. Bye.